Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collinsville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm by my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
All the freshmen come aboard.
High school, champions.
Yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And very good afternoon to everyone, and welcome to Blazer Field here in O'Fallon. We finally are going to get to some K-Hawk baseball action for you here on the K-Hawk Sports Network after only 2 baseball games in the month of April due to weather postponements, weather delays, weather cancellations, things being moved because of the weather. We finally get back to a little bit of baseball. My name is Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us here on the K-Hawk Sports Network as we bring you this contest at O'Fallon's Blazer Field between the O'Fallon Panthers and your Collinsville K-Hawks. This game was scheduled to be played at Fletcher Field today, but with all the rain that we had over the last couple of days, the playing conditions were just not good enough to host a game at Fletcher Field, so we moved everything over here. So welcome again, and welcome into the pregame show brought to you today by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible with high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Well, the Kahawks come into today's game sporting a 2-game win streak, and both wins have been Southwestern Conference victories, and both have come via the shutout. The first was a 4-0 shutout against Alton, in which the Kahawks plated single runs in 4 different innings. Senior Chris Alcorn was the star of that game with a complete game on the bump with 7 strikeouts and only 3 hits allowed, plus Alcorn helped his own cause with a solo home run. Junior Adam Bovinet went 2 for 3 at the plate, including an RBI double. The last shutout came just this past Tuesday against these very same O'Fallon Panthers right here on this very same field with a 3-0 shutout right here at their ballpark. This time, it was senior Mizzou recruit Ethan Bagwell with the shutout as Bagwell pitched 6 innings, only giving up 1 hit while striking out 12. Lefty Bryce Limp picked up the save with a walk and a strikeout in the bottom of the 7th. And once again, senior Chris Alcorn came through at the plate with a 2 RBI double in the top of the 3rd for the game-winning hit. Collinsville would add on another run in the 4th inning. Is this going to be another one of those games for Chris Alcorn? We'll find out because he is pitching today as well. O'Fallon, that 3-0 loss at home against Collinsville on Tuesday was their 11th loss of the year. The last time the Panthers baseball team lost 11 games in a season, you'd have to go back 11 years to 2013 when O'Fallon went 23-13. This is only the 3rd time since that 2013 season that the Panthers' losses in a season have hit double digits. They went 26-10 in 2021. That was the year O'Fallon took 3rd place in state, by the way, and a 30-10 mark in 2015. Tuesday's home loss to Collinsville snapped an 8-game win streak by the Panthers, which included 5 straight wins at their home ballpark, Blazer Field. 6 of O'Fallon's 11 losses, though, have come right here at this ballpark, where the Panthers are 12-6, and O'Fallon is 6-5 on the road this year. Had a chance just a little while ago to catch up with Collinsville shortstop Blaine Martinez as we continue our senior interviews here. So my conversation with Blaine Martinez will come your way after a timeout here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show on the Kahok Sports Network.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the soft wave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it, and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
The OrthoGold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute which means, injured tissue, new injuries per se. Also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Mother Nature not cooperating with us at all this year. I can't believe this is only my 6th baseball game of the year because of all this weather. But anyway, things got switched from the home game at Collinsville to a home game at O'Fallon, as your Collinsville Kahawks get ready to take on the O'Fallon Panthers. And joining us now is senior Blaine Martinez, 2-year varsity player, does the infield and also as a pitcher. First of all, thanks for joining us, and tell us a little bit about your family.
I have a little brother named Brody. My mom's Erica, and my dad is Ralph. My dad trains racehorses, and my mom takes care of me.
Training racehorses, that's kind of cool. I don't think I've ever heard that before. So a big Kentucky Derby fan?
Oh yeah, huge.
All right, how old is little brother Brody, and what does he do?
He is about to be 16 in a week, and he wants to be a jockey.
All right, that's cool. All right, so tell us a little bit about your baseball story, man. How long ago did you start playing? How old were you, and who got you involved in baseball?
I've been playing since, as early as I could. I've been playing with all the guys on the team. We played on the same 8U team. So I guess my parents kind of got me involved with the other parents, and, we've been growing since then. Same boys.
Tell me a little bit about your why baseball, man. Is it your favorite sport?
Yeah, I've kind of just been the one that stuck with me the longest. I played a bunch of sports when I was younger, but wasn't really good at. I was too small to play football and basketball, and I don't know, baseball was kind of a skill over size when you're little, so.
Yeah, I know I'm little. I'm looking up at you as I'm doing this interview, so I understand the little thing. All right, 2 years on the varsity. I added up all your stats from the 2 years on varsity, and your lifetime varsity batting average is .209. You have 20 runs scored, 13 runs batted in, 3 doubles, couple of home runs, 12 stolen bases, and you have yet to be caught. What's your favorite thing about the offensive side of baseball?
Being kind of fast, you can kind of rely on your speed to help you out when you can't hit the ball as far. But
all right, well, having said that, man, one of the things that's not on here is triple. So are you looking for that first triple?
Yeah, I guess kind of have to always be looking for it, huh?
All right, pitching side of things. You have pitched 32 2/3 innings in your varsity career, a 2.14 earned run average, which I think is excellent, 36 strikeouts and 20 walks. What do you like about pitching?
Making guys look dumb, Yeah, when I guess getting guys on off speed. They don't know what's coming, and you mess them up with the curveball.
All right, so what's your favorite, man? You like the offense, you like playing the field, or you like pitching? What's one?
I like defense, honestly. Shortstop. I like being able to be everywhere, kind of with speed,
All right, cool. Let's get to know you a little bit better. The favorite things category. Give me your favorite sweet snack.
Reese's Buttercups, yeah.
That's mine too. Good guy. Favorite salty snack.
Ooh. The sunflower seeds count?
Sure, they're salty. I like sunflower seeds too, especially the baseball side of things. And I'm really shocked all the times I've been doing this, nobody's ever said Doritos.
I like Doritos. I do like Doritos, yeah.
All right, favorite meal, breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Dinner.
What is for dinner and who's doing the cooking?
Hamburger helper from my mom. My mom makes great hamburger helper.
She do anything homemade?
Oh yeah, she does. She makes some chicken pasta stuff. Super tasty.
All right, favorite restaurant?
Ooh, Taco Bell.
Taco Bell, that's a good one, man. I don't really get that one. A lot of sit-down restaurants I get. All right, favorite music genre. What is your favorite kind of music?
Probably country. I like country.
I get that a lot. Do you have a favorite country group or artist?
Yeah, definitely Zach Bryan.
I get that a lot too. All right, classes. We're talking high school here. What is your favorite high school class?
Yes, easy answer is PE. I like PE.
That is an easy answer. What is your least favorite class?
Math. Don't like math.
Yeah, I'm with you there, and I get that a lot too. All right, man. So graduation is on Saturday. You excited?
Yeah, super excited.
All right. So what's next for Blaine Martinez after graduation? What is the next chapter?
Still figuring that out, but college somewhere, whether that's here or far away. I don't know. I don't think baseball's in my future, but I had a good time.
All right, so the next question would beg to differ would be, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Yeah, I got nothing there. I'm still deciding that too.
All right, man, shout-out time. Who out there would you like to say hi to?
Definitely my mom. I wouldn't be here without my mom. So definitely her.
Mom's always a good one. All right, let's talk a little bit about baseball. Beating O'Fallon on Thursday, that must have been a lot of fun.
It was, yeah, it's great. Always beating conference guys.
All right, so tell me, you got these guys today on the same field you beat them on the other day, even though you guys are the home team. So what are you looking for today? How do you do it two games in a row?
Well, the last 2 years we played them here, we've beat them both times. So trying to three-peat that. But I mean, kind of like Tuesday, we didn't really smash the baseball. We just played the small ball and it worked. So same thing, just keep playing good baseball.
All right, man, my camera is up against the backstop, so you got to tell all your buddies not to hit foul ball straight back.
All right, we'll hit them fair.
All right, cool. All right, hey, man, thanks for the visit and good luck to you in your future.
Thank you for having me.
All right, that is Blaine Martinez. Plays shortstop and does a little pitching for your Collinsville Kahawks. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll throw the starting 9 your way. We'll do that next on the Kahawk Sports Network.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Shockwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
And once again, we welcome you back to Blazer Field here at O'Fallon. My name is Todd Duke. On the other microphone is Chris Kettler. We'll hear from Chris in just a moment. First, let's go through the starting lineups. We will begin with O'Fallon as they are the actual visiting team at their own park here today. Dane Harsky will lead off and play second base. Grant Tebby plays shortstop and bats second. Connor Blue is the pitcher. He'll bat third. Ian Maxidon plays first base and batting cleanup. Camden Cox bats fifth and plays center field. Keegan Sipe is the catcher. He'll bat sixth. Batting seventh is the right fielder Drew Vanderhayden. Batting eighth is Jack Twinhoffel. He plays left field. And batting ninth is the third baseman Zach Tebby. Chris Alcorn is on the mound for Collinsville here in this one. And Alcorn on the year has played in 12 games. He started 6, so this is start number 7. He has that one complete game I told you about. He is 5-3 in 27 2/3 of an innings pitched. He has a ERA of 2.28, 40 strikeouts to go along with 20 walks, and the first man he will face is Dane Harsky, the second baseman. Harsky comes in batting .410 with 14 runs batted in. Chris Keller on the other microphone. How are you, sir?
All right, great. Ready to get this game going. We got a nice day. Too rainy here lately to play on our own field, but we're ready to go here in O'Fallon.
Swinging a foul ball that's going to get out of play. My camera is almost right up against the backstop, so if anybody swings and fouls one straight back to the backstop, I might be in a little trouble here, and you guys might be looking at a black screen and listening to it like you would on a radio station. Alcorn, the lefty, swings, and a bouncer to Martinez at shortstop, and out number 1 is recorded. Blaine Martinez, our pre-game interviewee, and we hope he has a good game. We've been having a pretty good luck this year with our pre-game guests having good games right after they do the pre-game
Yeah, the last
interview.
one was, he had a pretty good game. Can't recall. Somebody did.
Keaton Call.
That's it.
Yeah. All right, defensively for Collinsville, Luke Robinson in left field. Bryce Limp is in center. Keaton Call, as we just mentioned, in right field. Carter Harrington at third base. Blaine Martinez, who you just met, at shortstop. Darren Pinnell is at second base. Adam Bovanet is at first. Chris Alcorn on the hill. And Devin Walker is behind the plate. 1-1 is the count to Grant Tebby. And the next pitch from Alcorn on the way. Swinging a high pop fly. That one's heading out to Keaton Call out in right field. By the way, the wind is coming pretty much from the third base dugout straight out to right field. So if a left-hander can get up there and launch one, it might go all the way to Domino's across the street.
Yeah, that's a short porch out there to right. It's not the same as Fletcher Field, if not maybe a hair shorter. And
all right.
You can really jack one and get it out there onto the road at least.
Oh, yeah. Didn't give you the information on Grant Tebby. Here is Connor Blue, the opposing pitcher, who lines one foul down the first base side. And we'll try to remember to give you Tebby's numbers next time he comes up to the plate for Connor Blue. He is batting .321 with 27 runs batted in. He leads the team in that department, and he has 1 home run on the year. Pitch by Alcorn. That one's a little low. And that'll even things out at 1-1. Already 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Collinsville out there in their white trousers and their purple pinstriped jerseys. Got on the white ball caps with the logo of the Collinsville High School on the front. Numbers on the fronts and the backs are in white, and they have the word Kahawks written across the fronts of their jerseys in the old cursive style. That's going out of style. Alcorn, he's ready with the 2-1. Here it is, swinging a shot up the middle. That gets past Martinez at shortstop, and O'Fallon has their first base hit of this game.
Ball goes out there into the outfield. Now the infield is turf, but the outfield is still grass, so I wonder how waterlogged that is out there. If balls will die when they get hit out there into the outfield here today.
Yeah, I didn't see any puddles out there when I was upstairs a little bit earlier, but I'm sure that the grass down at the base level is probably still a little bit wet. Here is Ian Maxidon, the first baseman. We have our first left-hander here today to face the lefty Chris Alcorn. Alcorn now works from the stretch, checks on his runner, brings it home, and it comes all the way back to the screen. And down to second base is going to be Connor Blue on a passed ball.
Yeah, right through the wickets there, right between Walker's legs. I got a perfect view of it.
Yeah.
Right behind him.
Yeah, I love the view that we have here. I just hope my camera can survive. That's all I really am worried about at this point. Maxidon. Alcorn checking on his runner at second base now. Checks on him twice and now a third time. And now timeout called by Ian Maxidon at home plate. Ian Maxidon has an average of .304 on the year, 11 runs batted in, and 1 home run himself. As he steps in from the left side, this is their cleanup hitter. He'll check on Blue out at second base, and a bouncing ball should be handled by Pinnell. He gobbles it up and throws over to first base for out number 3. So nothing doing for O'Fallon. They end up stranding a runner on their one base hit, and we will head now to what is the home half of the first inning. And, well, jumped all the way to the second inning on me. We'll be back to tell you about the bottom of the first inning right after we take a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family. Welcome back to Blazer Field here in O'Fallon. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler with you for the Southwestern Conference matchup between Collinsville and O'Fallon. And here is your starting lineup for your Collinsville Kahawks. Darren Pennell leads things off and plays second base. Chris Alcorn is the pitcher batting second. Carter Harrington at third and bats third. Adam Bovinette is the cleanup hitter for Collinsville. He'll play first base. Ethan Bagwell is the DH. He is going to be batting for the catcher Devin Walker today. Keaton Call bats sixth and plays right field. Batting seventh is Bryce Limp in center field. Batting eighth, Luke Robinson in left field. And our pregame guest gets the honors of batting ninth. That would be the shortstop, Blaine Martinez. I totally forgot to write down the defensive set for O'Fallon, so we'll have to do that as we go along here. But we know that Connor Blue is on the mound.
Yeah.
And the numbers for Connor Blue would be his ninth game played in, his eighth start. He has 2 complete games, has a 4-1 record. And in 42 innings, he has a 1.50 earned run average. That's not too shabby. 62 strikeouts, not too shabby as well, to go along with 15 walks. And he faces Darren Pennell, and Pennell swings through that next pitch. And Darren on the year batting .344 with 9 runs batted in.
He's speedy. If he can get anything slowly rolling through the infield, he could always beat it out.
And a swing and a miss at a high hard one. And 1 ball and 2 strikes to count to the Collinsville second baseman, Darren Pennell. And the next one misses, and
wasted one down there in the turf there. Good stop by the catcher.
And the next pitch from Blue is on the way, and a swing and a little flare of a fly ball out to the second baseman, Harsky, and he'll haul it in for out number 1.
Now batting for the Kahawks, pitcher number 13, Chris Alcorn.
And that'll bring up Chris Alcorn. Alcorn on the year is batting .343 with 18 runs batted in, couple of home runs. And the lefty awaits from the righty and takes one in there for a called strike.
Alcorn looking to help himself.
Did the last time he pitched a complete game, had a home run as well. That one is in the, I'm going to say, I'm going to want to say it's in the dirt.
Yeah, we went through this over at Grizzlies field.
Yep.
Down in the turf.
Down in the turf. 1 ball, 1 strike to count, 1 out in the inning. We're in the bottom of the first, and the next from Blue, and a swing and a miss by Alcorn.
Bottom dropped out of that one. Nobody home. Mean breaking ball there.
Yeah. And the 1-2 pitch from Blue on the way, and a foul ball that goes back towards the Kahawks dugout.
Fence only goes up so far. There's a little bit of a gap between the wood awning and the fence, and some of them got their hands up there over top of the fence. Get your hands out of the way, guys.
Yeah. And a foul ball again. Didn't hear it hit the bat as much as I did hear it hit the turf.
Yeah, only got a small piece of it.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes remains the count. Blue ready with the next pitch to Alcorn. Here it comes. High and outside, ball 2. That'll even things out at 2-2.
Good eye there, lay off that one. Eye high.
And a high fly ball. That one's drifting back, but so is the right fielder, and it's off the bottom of the fence. And Collinsville is going to have their first hit in the first inning as well, only it's going to be a double instead of a single that O'Fallon had in the first inning, and Collinsville has a runner in scoring position.
I don't know if Twinhoff will ever saw it out there.
I know, it looked kind of strange as he was going back. Then he had to take his eyes off of it to see how close he was to the fence, and I think when he did that, he kind of lost it.
And then he crashed in the fence and is kind of, well, they're tricking on him, but he says, waves him off and says he's okay.
Yeah.
Kraus will come in to run for Alcorn out there at second.
Kraus has 7 stolen bases on the year. He's been caught once. And now up is Carter Harrington, the third baseman, and from the stretch is Blue, and he almost hit him in the head. Harrington did a good job ducking out of the way of that one. Carter comes in batting .315 with 16 runs batted in and a couple of home runs himself. Got an RBI opportunity here with 1 out, runner at second base. Blue brings one home. Swinging another high fly ball. This one's heading out to left center field. This time Twinhoff will give way, and the center fielder Camden Cox will come in and make the catch, and there are 2 away.
Both outfielders seem to have a pretty good read on that one. Center fielder took charge and made the catch.
Now batting for the Kahawks, first baseman number 9,
Adam Bovenat will come up to see if he can get a first inning RBI.
There you go. Here's your guy who's going to take one out to that short fence and right.
Yeah, hit it out to Domino's. Get himself a pepperoni pizza in the process. Swing and a miss. He was going for it, wasn't he? Woo! Adam Bovenat batting .392. He leads the club in the batting department with that .392 average. Also in the RBI department with 27, and he also has 2 home runs on the year. Blue.
One game-winning home run.
Yeah. Checks on Kraus, and this one's outside. 1-1 the count.
Walk-off home run against Marquette on that Saturday a few weeks back.
Blue seems to be throwing some heat up there, man. I mean, I'm usually not this close, but this one seems to be coming in pretty fast. We had a guy behind us a second ago with the radar gun. I was going to turn around and ask him how fast that was, but he's not here anymore.
Might have been their guys just getting warm-up readings or something.
Could be. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count to Adam Bovenat. Connor Blue from the stretch brings the next one home, and that one's outside, but called a strike by the umpire. And
good spot by the pitcher to get the call.
Yep. And that is the final out of the inning. The first strikeout on the afternoon by Connor Blue. Neither team could bring anything across in their respected halves of that first inning. So we will head to the second inning, and it is 0-0 between Collinsville and O'Fallon, and we're back to tell you all about the second inning after we come back from a break here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage Team, GASA Storage at gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Camden Cox will lead things off here in the top of the second inning for O'Fallon. Same line for both teams after one inning, one hit and one runner left on base. Camden Cox will come to the plate, and Camden is batting .276 on the year with 18 runs batted in. He'll stand in. From the right side, it'll be Cox, Keegan Sipe, and Drew Vanderhayden here in the second inning for Chris Alcorn. A low strike hits the outside corner for Chris Alcorn, and Cox starts off with an 0-1 hole. This rain moved away. It's just gorgeous outside.
Yeah, all these days have been gorgeous days after once the rain's over with, other than yesterday when it was raining in the afternoon. But Monday, Tuesday, and today, all nice days once the rain moved out.
Yep, canceled my first night of Washer League last night. I was a little bummed about that. Here's the 1-1. That one's in there for a called strike. You know, when I woke up in the morning, I looked at the weather and looked at that future cast that Channel 2 does all the time, and it looked like everything was going to be gone by 5 o'clock. Boy, were they wrong. Everything was done before 5 o'clock, and then at 5 o'clock, another second wave moved through, and that ruined the night, and that's off of a foul tip, and that looked like it hit Walker in the hand, not the glove hand. It hit him in his throwing hand, but he appears okay.
His bare right hand. Umpire going to give him a minute and walk the ball back up to Alcorn, and Devin Walker will be ready to go.
Yeah. Kind of shook that hand for a second and then got back up like nothing happened. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Camden Cox, the center fielder for O'Fallon. Here comes the next pitch by Alcorn. That one comes all the way back to the screen and rolls all the way back to the umpire. He was almost right there ready to pick it up before the on-deck man, Keegan Sipe, came out to get it for him. 2-2 the count. And the lefty Alcorn, he's ready to go. Here's the pitch. He swung at it, tried to hold up, couldn't, and that is the first strikeout for Alcorn. It belongs to Camden Cox, and there's one away.
A bit outside, but tough one to lay off. Cox couldn't hold up.
So one away, and that will bring up the catcher, Keegan Sipe. Alcorn looks into Sipe, has his sign, and brings one home. That's a called strike. Sipe on the year batting .281 with 11 runs batted in on the season. And the next one to the big catcher is just a little bit inside and off the plate. There's some groans behind us. We got the Kahok fans right behind me and the O'Fallon fans right behind Chris Kettler. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Sipe likes to crowd the plate. Here's the pitch, swinging a shot down the first base line. That's fair. And coming over to cut it off is Keaton Call. He will, and he'll hold Sipe to a single.
Yep, Sipe adjusted to that inside pitch and did what he could with it and takes it out to right. And Sipe, the catcher, will give way to a courtesy runner.
That courtesy runner would be...
It's 2.
Well, I got Camden Cox. He's already playing. So is really they're going to bring the center fielder out? No, that's 12.
12.
All right, that is Mason Taylor.
Taylor.
Yeah. So Taylor will do the running. 102 times this year O'Fallon has tried to steal. They were successful on 87 of those. There's a long fly ball. That's trouble. That one's going to go past Bryce Limp. He's going to have to race all the way to the wall to get it. And coming around is Taylor, and he will have no problem scoring on an RBI double by Drew Vanderhayden.
Vanderhayden didn't waste any time. Found one he liked right away and really put a crank on it there out to left center. No, courtesy runner Taylor has no problem scoring, standing up from first.
Back-to-back hits by O'Fallon. And the Panthers have a 1-0 lead and a runner still at second base with 1 out for Jack Twinhoffel, the left fielder.
Fallon with 1 run. They couldn't score here on Tuesday in the first game.
Yeah, only had 3 hits. Now timeout called at the plate by Twinhoffel. Twinhoffel comes in batting .220 with 5 runs batted in. He does not have a home run, but he has a triple and a double to his credit this year, and that one hits the outside corner for a called strike. Had some fighter jets come over here while we were getting ready for this game a little earlier. 2 of them coming from Scott Air Force Base. They were low and loud. Alcorn checks on the runner at second, brings it home, and a swing and a miss, and in an 0-2 hole is Twinhoffel with Zach Tebby, the number 9 man in the order for O'Fallon, waiting on deck. Collinsville trails 1-0, and Alcorn trying to keep it just at that 1 run. The lefty works from the stretch. Checks on his runner, and then bluffs a throw to second base. You can see Alcorn's jersey flapping in the wind there. There's a nice, pretty gusty wind. As I mentioned before, it's coming from the third base dugout, going right out to right field. A swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Twinhoffel. Second strike out of the game and the inning for Alcorn. And that'll bring up Zach Tebby, the number 9 hitter in the order for O'Fallon. And Zach Tebby on the season, batting an even 200 with 8 runs batted in. He has no extra base hits. Oh, excuse me, he has 3 doubles. Timeout called at the plate again. These O'Fallon batters don't like all the time that Alcorn's taking on that mound.
Yeah, a few of them have asked for time, and one of them was granted time pretty late, just as Alcorn was ready to pitch. But Alcorn was still eyeing up Vanderhayden there at second. Now here comes the pitch.
And that one just missed. Looked like it was headed for that outside corner, but just a little bit too far off the plate. 1-0 to Zach Tebby, the third baseman for O'Fallon. Alcorn brings the next one home. That one's inside for a called strike, so he went from the outside corner on the first pitch to the inside corner on the second. Missed the first, got the second. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. 2 outs, runner at second base. 1-0 in favor of O'Fallon. They have picked up their run here in this inning. Alcorn checks, kicks, and pitches. Foul ball. A little slow roller back here. We are in the top of the second. Finally, getting back to some baseball action here on the Kahok Sports Network. Only 2 baseball games in April is all we were able to bring you because of all the wet weather. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Tebby. So Alcorn struck out the side, but a single by Sipe and an RBI double by Vanderhayden has given O'Fallon a 1-0 lead as we get ready to head to the, whoa, that thing jumped all the way up to the 4th inning. Bottom of the second is where we are going, and we will be back to tell you all about the bottom of the second inning when we come back from a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Todd Duke, Chris Keller back with you from Blazer Field here in O'Fallon. 1-0 in favor of the hometown team, but not the home team here in this game. This game was supposed to be played at Collinsville, so Collinsville remains the home team on the scoreboard. And Connor Blue goes back to work, and he'll do so against Ethan Bagwell here to start off the bottom of the second. And the big, tall right-hander brings one in, and a swing and a miss, and that one goes all the way past everyone and comes back here. And I'm telling you, man, my camera's in jeopardy here, buddy. My camera's in jeopardy.
You're worried about the foul ball. It's going to be a pitch.
Yeah, I know.
Take the camera out.
That was a curveball that swung in from outside, right over the plate. 0-2 quickly to Mr. Ethan Bagwell. Bagwell batting .277 on the year. 2 home runs, 11 runs batted in. And the pitch, he holds off of that one. That one goes right around his eye level. And Ethan Bagwell, Keaton Call, Bryce Limp all due to bat here in this inning. Right now it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count against Bagwell. Connor Blue ready with the next pitch. And here it is. Outside, and another one that gets past the catcher. Things are rattling back here, man.
Probably just noticing it a little more since we're right up here on
Oh,
top
I know.
of this, but it's always balls getting back to the backstop. We're used to being up higher.
Yes, we are. 2-2 the count. Bagwell looking for something to drive. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, called strike 3. And the second strikeout of the game for Blue.
Yeah, really froze Bagwell there. He knew it. That was a sweet pitch by Blue. Gets the strikeout.
Sure was. That'll bring up Keaton Call. Keaton Call on the year, batting 157 with 11 runs batted in. And the lefty looks at one outside, called ball 1. Got a little mix of sun and cloud, so when that cloud moves over, makes the field a little dark with the webcam here, but I didn't want to lighten it up too much because when the sun comes out, you wouldn't be able to see. Foul territory. This is a lot of foul territory, and the third baseman couldn't get there. Zach Tebby had it beat it down, and then I think the wind pushed it back over toward the third baseline, and he couldn't catch it.
He chased it down right along the fence. I think he thought he was going to have to sidle up along the fence there to make that catch, and then it swung back in more than he was ready to, and then took that extra step there kind of where the turf ends and goes to that rocks and kind of slipped.
Yeah, a lot of foul territory room here. So Call stays alive. 1-1 pitch on the way from Blue. That one's inside. Defensively for O'Fallon, since I finally had a chance to write down names, Jack Twinhoffel is in left field. Camden Cox in center. Vanderhayden is in right field. And he is going to get an opportunity unless that ball carries, and it does. Solo home run for Keaton Call. And just when I was ready to tell you all about Drew Vanderhayden playing right field, he has one go over his head, and Collinsville has tied this game 1-1.
There you go, Keaton Call getting that one right in front of the scoreboard. Just sneaks over that fence right in front of the dominoes, but he didn't quite make it there.
No.
Just getting over the fence there and getting the home run to tie it up here in the bottom of the second.
So Collinsville's second hit is the long ball from Keaton Call, and that's his first home run of the year. Here is Bryce Limp trying to bunt his way on, and he bunts that one foul down the third base side. And Bryce Limp, he comes in batting an even 200 with 4 runs batted in. He's looking for his first home run of the year, too. And it's the day for the lefties to do it, that's for sure. That wind blowing out down right field. That one's down too low. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Bryce Limp, who plays center field today. Got the save in Tuesday's victory here. Pitched the final inning, had a walk and a strikeout. And a swinging another foul ball out of play. Clouds overhead have kind of thickened up, but I'm looking behind me and they're still broken up. Lots of blue sky. So we're hoping these clouds can get out of here for a minute. Gives you a better view here. Blue ready to go. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Limp. And that one is down too low, and that'll even things out at 2-2.
Just had to hold up on that one last second.
Luke Robinson waits on deck. 1 out in the inning. 1 run in on a Keaton Call home run. And a 2-2 pitch from Blue to Limp on the way. Swinging another foul ball. That one looks like it's heading out of play too, but Tebby's going to give it a look-see, and it ends up going over the fence down the third base line here, where there are a bunch of O'Fallon fans that bring their own lawn chairs, kind of taking the game in down there. Same thing going on down the first base side. Bunch of Collinsville fans across the fence next to the Kahok dugout. And we have fans behind us here in the bleachers as well. 2-2 the count to Bryce Limp. Connor Blue ready to go. And the pitch, swinging a bouncing ball. Takes a big hop. And the second baseman, Harsky, has it. And he had enough time to throw over to Maxedon for the out. And that is out number 2.
Didn't take any funny hops out on that turf. You never know if it would have been a Fletcher. Could have hit something there and might have been a little more challenging for the second baseman. But easy enough play there for the Panthers.
Yeah, takes a big hop, but a true hop here on this turf field. Here is Luke Robinson. Robinson batting .242 on the year with 4 runs batted in, and that one is off of the catcher Sipes' glove and back to the screen. Blaine Martinez, the on-deck hitter, obliges, gives it back to the umpire. Robinson has a double, the only extra base hit to his credit so far this year, and he bunts one foul. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. 2 outs, 1-1 game. We're only in the second. Bottom of the second. Here's the pitch and a high pop fly that's going to go back behind us here. And the next pitch to Luke Robinson from Connor Blue is on the way. Another foul ball out of play. 320 down the third base line and 305 down the first base line. 335 in the right center field power alley, so that's a short porch out there. 350 on the opposite side, left center field, and straightaway center field is 375 feet away here at Blazer Field. Here's the next pitch from Blue. That one's down low and probably just missed the outside corner, 2-2.
Got the straightaway center fence raised a bit for a bit of a batter's eye, so you don't have that looking at that building.
And the moving traffic.
And the traffic too.
That one misses low, and a full count now to Luke Robinson.
So, shot out to straight center's going to be tougher than anywhere else.
Oh, yeah.
It's not tough enough already.
Swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Luke Robinson. And he becomes the third out and the third strikeout victim on the afternoon for Connor Blue. But a Keaton Call solo home run here in the bottom half of the second inning has tied things up. And we now will head to, well, see this stupid thing, top of the third, computer. Top of the third, man. Top of the third we go to. I swear Chris Alcorn's trying to hit me, man. He does know there's a fence here, right? We'll be back after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking, LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking, LLC, 618-960-9346 or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
Top of the third inning has rolled along here at Blazer Field in O'Fallon. Todd Duke and Chris Kettler with you. And back to the top of the order in Dane Harsky. And after a swing and a miss at the first pitch, he fouls off the second pitch, and Harsky is in an 0-2 hole. Harsky grounded out to the shortstop Blaine Martinez his first time up. We are in a tied game. Each team scoring 1 run in the second inning. And we sit 1-1. Alcorn ready with the 0-2. Here it is, outside.
Ooh, close.
Yeah. Walker did a nice job trying to bring it back in and get that strike call, but the umpire wasn't biting.
Not much off of the one that struck out Bagwell.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Harsky, and this one's way outside. That one looked like it probably slipped out of the hand of Alcorn. So top of the order, Harsky, Tebby, and Blue will bat here in the top of the third. Alcorn ready with a 2-2 pitch, and here it comes. Foul ball, stays alive. And the next delivery from Alcorn to Harsky on the way. That one's low.
Oh, don't lose him here.
Yeah, had him at 0-2, now 3-2.
That third pitch just missed a little bit, and then he's been all over the next two.
Alcorn's ready, swinging a foul ball out of play.
Spoiled that one.
Not sure what we have for you yet tomorrow. We are scheduled to go to Alton to bring you softball, but we understand that Alton got a lot of rain yesterday, and we're not sure if the field is going to be playable or not, so we're thinking about maybe making a trip to Roxana because the baseball schedule just increased by one game earlier today when they announced that Collinsville will go to Roxana tomorrow. Walked him. Had him 0-2 and lost him.
Yep, that's what we didn't want to see happen there. Ahead 0-2. Did a good job of spoiling a couple pitches there and survived that third pitch of the at-bat that was close to a strikeout.
So that'll bring up Grant Tebby, who flew out to Keaton Call his first time up out in right field. Tebby, we didn't have a chance to give you his numbers. .329 his batting average this year. He has 1 home run and 12 runs batted in. And a big lead over there by Dane Harsky. Harsky has 22 stolen bases on the year. He leads the team in that category. He's been caught 3 times. As I mentioned, O'Fallon has 87 stolen bases this year. They've been caught 15 times. Another big lead by Harsky. Call checking on him, and he'll throw over again. And back in there safely is Dane Harsky. Collinsville on the side of that has 76 stolen bases on the year. They've been caught 11 times.
See how Fallon wants to challenge catcher Walker.
Another snap throw over there this time. That one, nice job over there by Bovinette to keep that one from going past him.
Harsky had to scramble a little bit more to get back to first. Last time he was basically back before the throw even got much out of the hands.
Yeah, the first couple of times Alcorn kind of telegraphed that he was thrown over there. That time he just snapped it over. Alcorn. And another one, they got him hung up, and the throw down to second base is not in time.
He was that speedy.
Yeah, he is. That's why he has those 22 stolen bases.
Kahok did everything right there. Had him at the throw over to Bovinette, and Martinez got the throw, and Harsky was just speedy enough to beat that out. Got a good jump.
Sure did. And the
throw
over to first base was a little bit deliberate because Alcorn was already into a move and he couldn't hurry it up. So now a runner in scoring position and a swing and a foul ball that stays right around home plate. Looks like this turf there around home plate has kind of lost some of its fake grass, and you can see some of the black mat underneath it. And I would imagine after a couple of days of rain, it would make it a little slick, a little slippery. 0-1 the count to Grant Tebby.
You can see the difference from in front of us. And
yeah.
It doesn't get much traffic as what does around home plate. That probably needs to get replaced more often than anywhere else.
A little high with that next pitch from Alcorn. You can see the same thing on the pitcher's mound as well. You can see that black showing up. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Grant Tebby. Runner on at second base, that's Dane Harsky. Walked and stole second. And it will be checked on by Alcorn. And now timeout called. Pitcher and catcher want to talk about it. That'll give us a chance to give you a little history. Well, Fallon has kind of owned this series. I mean, I go all the way back to the first yearbook that I can find at Collinsville High School. That would be the 1926-27 yearbook. And a lot of baseball is missing because it's a spring sport, and a lot of the times those yearbooks get put out before the baseball season is complete, so there's not a lot of information there. But what I did find, O'Fallon has a record of 51-18 versus Collinsville. There's a swing and a base hit. That's going to go out to left field, and a little bobble out there. That's going to allow Harsky to score. He was content on staying at first or at third base, but Luke Robinson had a hard time picking up that ball. So that's going to be counted as an error, and the run's going to score on that error.
Yeah, that's all on Robinson there. He really had a lot of fumbling of that ball there, and once he did that and Harsky noticed it, he was gone.
Yep.
He's pretty speedy, and that's a tough way to give up a run, even though Fallon did get the hit.
Yeah, it's not an RBI hit because the run scores on an error, but it is now 2-0 in favor of O'Fallon, and that one gets away, and a throw down to second base is not going to be in time.
This will cause Coach Swift to want to come out and have a little talk-see with everybody and say, hey, just shake that off.
Yeah, that'll get inside a pitcher's head, that's for sure.
And he was able to do that last time Alcorn pitched last week against Alton. Alcorn walked 3 guys in a row. Seemed like Alton was going to get on the board there and maybe break the game through, and then Coach Swift came out and Alcorn shut it down to end that inning.
I went back to that 1926-27 yearbook. That's the earliest record I have of Collinsville and O'Fallon playing baseball. That game was called in the 7th inning due to it being too dark to continue, but Collinsville had a 17-2 lead when it was called. Collinsville had 22 hits in that game, and the next year they beat O'Fallon 18-8. See, back in the day, they didn't have a lot of pictures and stuff like that, so they wrote things in those yearbooks kind of like a newspaper. Give you an account of the year in baseball, and it was a good page long. Went into a little detail. Alcorn already with the next pitch. Swinging a high fly ball. This one's going to be trouble. That one's going to be in the gap. It's going to bounce off the bottom of the wall before Bryce Limp could even get there. And O'Fallon has plated a couple of runs here in this inning, and they have now taken a 3-1 lead over the Kahawks.
Another one smoked that one out to right center. Hits the wall even before Limp can even get there, and not the answer we were looking for after Coach Swift comes out and has a talk with his pitcher.
So Connor Blue, who singled his first time up, gets an RBI double his second time up, and now Ian Maxedon, the first baseman, gets his second at bat. He grounded out to Darren Pinnell his first time up. And the pitch, it's a bunt. Alcorn, he'll get it, and he'll throw over to Pinnell, covering second base for the out.
Pinnell just got there
Sure
in time.
did.
Blue was arriving, or Maxedon was arriving just before Pinnell stepped on the bag to get the out.
So that is the first out of the inning, and a runner just 90 feet away for Camden Cox, who was a strikeout victim his first time up. Alcorn would like a strikeout right here. And the pitch, a swing and a foul back to the screen. Oh, and 1 the count to Camden Cox. And the pitch. Swinging another foul ball that gets out of play. Connor Blue, one of those rare pitchers that runs for himself when he's on base, when he gets a hit or a walk or whatever. 9 times out of 10, teams use courtesy runners for pitchers and catchers. 0-2 the count to Camden Cox. 2 runs home here in this inning. O'Fallon has a 3-1 lead. Alcorn trying to wiggle out of this inning with no further damage being done other than the 2 runs already scored. Bouncing ball, third baseman Harrington will make the throw over to first base in time for the out, but the run does come home. He thought about throwing home there for a moment.
Yeah, guess he just didn't think he could get the tag down in time. He said Blue must be a little speedy there since they're letting him run for himself. Go ahead and get the sure out there.
So the first 3 batters reached base, and all 3 of them have come home to score.
Go ahead and get that second out.
That'll bring up Keegan Sipe. Sipe singled and scored that first run in the last half inning for O'Fallon, the second inning. Four to 1 now in favor of O'Fallon. And a pitch by Alcorn is just a little low. 2-0. Alcorn readies himself with the next. Here it comes. That one's in there for a called strike. Paints the outside corner. Drew Vanderhayden waits on deck. Alcorn would like to keep him there and face him first off in the next inning, and a swing and a foul back right next to the camera.
Knocked my phone down.
Well, I got my phone leaning up against this pole back here too, so I can look at it every once in a while, make sure I'm still on the air here. Here comes the 2-2 outside, 3-2.
Well, this is how it all started. Lost the batter, and got the walk, and then three runs ended up coming in and following a walk.
A foul ball that stays at home plate. One run came home on an error.
But it all started with the walk.
Sure did. Walk to Harsky, single by Tebby. That was when Robinson committed the error, and Harsky came around to score after he stole second base. And then an RBI double by Connor Blue, who has since come home to score on a ground out.
There we go. We're all set. Scott Sipe came in and checked on his batter, and we'll continue on.
Alcorn's next pitch, a ball outside. Looked like Sipe offered at it for a moment, but umpire says he didn't go far enough around. So 2 walks in the inning. One of them is already hurt. Let's hope this one doesn't.
Taylor will be the runner again for the catcher. So they do courtesy run for the catcher, but not the pitcher.
And that'll bring up Drew Vanderhayden, who doubled in a run his first time up. Looks at one on the outside corner. Nice off-speed pitch there by Alcorn. Been a long inning for the Kahawks out there defensively. Alcorn from the stretch, checks on his runner, checks on him again. Checks on him a third time, and usually when you do it the third time, the batter calls timeout. Taylor, by the way, 17 stolen bases on the year. He has yet to be caught. So they're paying a lot of attention to him. And the throw, and he's off and running. And Bovinet throws down, and this time the runner is out on a caught stealing. And that play goes 1, 3, and 6. Was it the shortstop?
Yep.
All right, 1, 3, 6. And that's the way that the inning comes to a close. But 3 runs come home in that inning for O'Fallon. And Collinsville trying to get all those back. We will go, excuse me, to the bottom of the third inning, and we'll be back to tell you all about it in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem.
Welcome back here to Blazer Field. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler, we're both with you. Beautiful afternoon for some baseball. Change of venues, though. This game was supposed to be played at Fletcher Field. We had to move it over here after the deluge of rain that we received last night.
Yeah, just don't want to push the game off to another day. And so Fallon having turf, it was best to just come on over here and get the game in.
Oh, yeah. Running out of time. Season's almost over. Playoff schedule came out yesterday. And here is our pregame guest, Blaine Martinez, batting for the first time here this afternoon. And for young Mr. Martinez, batting 175. 1 home run, 8 runs batted in. And then back to the top of the order, and Darren Pinnell, who is in the on-deck circle, and the opposing shortstop, Grant Tebby, gobbles that one up and throws in time for out number 1. So that will bring up Darren Pinnell. And Pinnell, and he led off the bottom half of the first, flew out. A little Texas leaguer that found the glove of Dane Harsky at second base. A little bit harder, and that one could have fell in for a hit. Here's the pitch by Blue. Outside, ball 1. Collinsville will be playing their playoff baseball at Edwardsville for the second year in a row. Last year, those two teams hooked up in a very good regional championship game. This time, they'll face each other in the regional semifinal. That'll take place on May the 22nd. Still not sure if we're going to be there to bring it to you or not. It all depends on if the Edwardsville broadcasting crew, made up of their students, is going to do that game. Swing and a shot to the gap, but on the move, and a nice play there by Vanderhayden.
Yeah, initially thought the bat it was more slicing more to the gap, but it continued into the right fielder there, and he was able to track it down.
Almost a line drive out back there. 2 quick outs, and that'll bring up Chris Alcorn. Alcorn, his first time up, doubled, and was left at second base. Pitch and a high fly ball, and back goes Twinhoffel. This time he's got a little bit more room to work with, and that is a quick 1-2-3 inning for Connor Blue and his O'Fallon Panthers. So we will head now to the top of the 4th inning, and we'll be back to, top of the 4th. Thank you, computer, and we'll be back to tell you all about it after we take a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224.
Welcome back to Blazer Field. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. A very fast bottom of the 3rd inning there, Chris Kettler.
Yeah, compared to the top of the 3rd, it was pretty fast there. I mean, what was that, about 7 pitches or something?
Yeah, probably took all of about 90 seconds.
After Alcorn swinging on the first pitch for the 3rd out.
Bottom of the order here for O'Fallon, sorry.
I was going to say he didn't help himself out because he's the one that's got to go back out there and pitch.
Yeah.
So after the long top of the 3rd.
Take a couple. I hear you. All right, bottom of the order, Drew Vanderhayden, Jack Twinhoffel, and Zach Tebby will bat here in this top of the 4th inning. Vanderhayden had a RBI double his first time up. Alcorn starts him off on an 0-1 hole, and now 0-2.
Well, I guess he was ready.
I
Ready
guess
to get
so.
back out there and pitch.
He was raring to go. He's like, you know what, I'm ready to pitch, man. I'm going to swing at this first pitch.
Gotta get some runs, though.
Quickly 0-2, the count to Vanderhayden. And the lefty Alcorn pitches. Swing and a miss, and 3 straight swings and misses. And down on strikes is Vanderhayden.
Yeah, Vanderhayden just didn't ever figure out that at bat there. Alcorn had them all twisted up there.
4th strikeout of the game for Chris Alcorn. He struck out the side in the 2nd inning, even though he allowed a run in that inning. And here is Jack Twinhoffel, who was a strikeout victim in that 2nd inning. And that one off of Walker's glove and off the backstop. And the next pitch from Alcorn is on the way, and that one's a little low and inside. We told you about the baseball playoff game between Collinsville and Edwardsville for May 22nd. Unfortunately, softball is also scheduled to play a playoff game that same day at the exact same time, 4:30 in the afternoon, as Collinsville will travel to Belleville East, where they will take on Quincy. So the plan is if the Edwardsville broadcasting crew is doing the baseball game, I'm going to go out and do the softball game. If they're not doing that baseball game at Edwardsville, Zach Roseman's going to do it, and I'm still going to go out and do the softball game. So no matter what, I'm going out to do the softball game.
Oh, sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
No washers?
Yeah, I got washers, but I'm also the schedule maker for washers, and since we have 11 teams, that means that there's a team that has a bye week every week, so I have scheduled myself a bye that week. Now watch, next week I'll show up and there'll be a team, hey, we want to play, and I'll have 12 teams, and then I'll have to find somebody to fill in for me. Here's the full count pitch and a line drive right off of the glove of Pinnell. Boy, he got up in the air quick enough, and it hit him in the glove, but he couldn't squeeze it.
I guess he just didn't get up soon enough. Didn't get up there real high, though, but just couldn't quite see it all the way into the glove. Very athletic play to get up that high. But, yeah, Collinsville drawing Edwardsville first in the playoffs. Collinsville just kind of became a victim of geography.
Alcorn checks on his runner. That is Twin Hoffel.
Even though Edwardsville got the 1 seed.
Yeah.
The 7 and the 8 seed got sent to their quote-unquote closer regional in Alton.
Twin Hoffel has 1 stolen base on the year. He's been caught once as well. Carter Harrington is way in on third base. A throw over to first base, and back in there safely is Twin Hoffel. Here is Zach Tebby up at the plate. He was a strikeout victim when Alcorn struck out the side in the second. Alcorn looks into Walker and has his pitch ready to go. Checks on his runner at first. Checks on him again. Checks on him a third time, and there's the timeout. It seems like every time Alcorn checks on that runner 3 times, the guy at home plate calls timeout. I don't blame him. He's been standing up there ready for a while. He's ready to go. So everybody resets. 1 out in the inning, runner on at first base. And a throw over to first. Twin Hoffel's back in there. Tebby up to the plate, back to the top of the order. Dane Harsky waits on deck. Yeah, we're pretty sure that Ethan Bagwell is going to get the start in that playoff game against Edwardsville. And Collinsville has proven they can hit Edwardsville pitching this year, so that should be a fun game.
It was a pretty interesting game when Bagwell pitched and Schrodo pitched, and the game in Collinsville here's a bunt up down the first base line.
Yep, and Bovinette will just tag the runner out instead of taking a couple of steps back to step on first base. So the sacrifice works. Twin Hoffel is down to second base. And the play goes 3 unassisted for out number 2. And back to the top of the order we go. And Dane Harsky will bat. 2 away with a runner in scoring position. Harsky has grounded out, walked and scored. Has a stolen base also.
And when Collinsville and Edwardsville played that first game, with Bagwell and Schrodo pitching, that was the game Coach Swip got ejected from.
There's another bunt. Alcorn picks it up, throws over to first base in time for out number 3.
Interesting bunting there with 2 outs.
That's what I was thinking too. But what do I know? I'm just an announcer. So, after a 3-run third, nothing across for O'Fallon here in this home half of the 4th inning. And another runner left on base for O'Fallon as well. We will now head to the bottom of the 4th inning. See if the computer wants to cooperate. There we go. Hey, look at that. One press of the button, and it says bottom of the 4th. We are into a timeout. Back with the home half of the 4th in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahok Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks! First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville or Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Carter Harrington leads things off here in the fourth inning for Collinsville and swung through that first pitch like he wanted to hit it out of the ballpark. So 0-1, and the next pitch to Harrington, he pops it straight up behind us, and quickly it is 0-2. Middle of the order, Carter Harrington, Adam Bovinette, Ethan Bagwell. Harrington flew out to center fielder Camden Cox his first time up. Cox has him shaded a little bit over toward the third base side. A lot of room in that right center field gap. If he can hit one there, he'll be running for a while. I mean, there's a lot of room. And Connor Blue with the 0-2 pitch, swinging a foul ball back to the screen. And the count stays 0-2. Some of the shadows from the trees over here down behind the Kahok dugout starting to creep onto the field. And a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch and dropped by Sipe, and the throw to first. Save! Wow.
Sipe just took his sweet time there, and great job of hustling there by Harrington. He beats that one out. Wow.
First error of the game for O'Fallon. The strikeout will go into the books for Blue, but Harrington's on at first base.
Well, that's frustrating as a pitcher.
Well, you got to be right about that, man.
Done your job.
And Adam Bovinette wants to see if he can, at the very least, move the runner over.
Yeah, he's swinging for the fences with that first swing. Whoa.
And the 0-1 pitch to Bovinette, who was a strikeout victim his first time up. Instead of throw over to first base, and back in there safely is Carter Harrington. Harrington has 10 stolen bases on the year, been caught once.
I don't think he's too much of a threat to run here. This is kind of like a free runner, and you're down 3, so
yeah,
maybe just set the table here a little bit more.
Outside and high to Bovinette, who, as I mentioned, was a strikeout victim his first time up. Got caught looking at that called third strike. And the pitch, swing and a miss.
Another one out to the street.
Yeah. All the rush hour traffic backed up there, trying to aim for a couple of vehicles, eh? 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Connor Blue, the righty, works from the stretch, throws over to first, and Harrington back in there safely. Bovinette, the lefty. He's ready. So is Blue. Here's the pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball to the second baseman, and Harsky's up with it and throws to first base for the out. But more importantly, Carter Harrington moves over to second base, and Collinsville has a runner in scoring position.
Nothing else to move the runner over for Bagwell.
Bagwell got caught looking at a called third strike when he led off the second inning, and that called third strike just froze him. So now that he's got a little bit of a better read on Connor Blue, let's see what he can do the second time up. 1 out, runner at second base. We are in the top of the fourth, or excuse me, the bottom of the fourth. 4-1 in favor of O'Fallon. O'Fallon scored first in the top of the second. Collinsville answered in the bottom of the second, but the top of the third saw O'Fallon score 3 runs. Bagwell, timeout called. Wind has kind of calmed down a little bit since we started. American flag out there in right field, not moving as much as it was. And a twirl and throw. That ball goes into the outfield, and on his way to third base is going to be Harrington, and he slides in there safely. And Collinsville now has a runner at third base, and 2 errors in this inning on the throwing department, one by the catcher and now this one by the pitcher.
Well, he threw it to the wrong guy.
Yeah, he did.
Roski wasn't trying to get that. He wasn't there covering the base, and it goes into the outfield.
So 1 error charged to the catcher, 1 error charged to the pitcher. That's a rarity to see, especially in the same inning. And they're going to check with the outfield umpire, or the infield umpire, if you will, and they say Bagwell did not swing, so now Bagwell ahead in the count 2-0, and he has a runner just 90 feet away.
Kahok's working on trying to get the ultimate unearned run here.
Yeah. Blue brings it. That's in the dirt, so to speak. And Bagwell can afford to be selective. I wouldn't even swing at this next pitch.
3-0.
Yeah.
Definitely can take this one, maybe 2.
Blue, he's ready. Here's the pitch. Either that or he's going to get a big fat meatball right down the middle of the plate, and that one was right down the middle of the plate, but it wasn't a meatball. That was a scorcher. So 3-1 the count to Bagwell. Harrington has his lead from third. Checked on. Here's the pitch. That one's outside and low, and a walk. We'll put runners on the corners. That is the first free pass given up today by Blue. I think he might be a little rattled.
One of the first batters he's been behind on the count. He's
been
getting ahead of guys the first 3 innings.
And here is Keaton Call, who didn't do much in his first at bat, just scorched a solo home run out to right center field by the scoreboard.
We can do another one. That would tie it up.
Yeah. And the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball. That one's going out to center field. And Cox is on his way back. He can't get it. And that's going to bring home 1 run. Bagwell is being waved around third base. Here's the throw to third base. And Collinsville has 2 more runs. And they call him out over at third. And the crowd behind me is beside themselves.
I thought he was there in time and it was going to be a triple, but the 2 runs do score. The ball was scorched out there to center. Cox had to go back and back and back and couldn't get to it.
So it goes down as a 2 RBI double to Keaton Call, but he's thrown out.
Bang banger if nothing else.
Yeah.
At third.
And a pop foul out of play. I believe that was Tebby who threw him out from the outfield grass. So the play actually goes 6-5 on the out. So now the bases are empty, but Collinsville gets 2 runs home, very important runs, and there is 1 out for Bryce Limp. So Limp will bat with the bases empty. Bryce grounded out to the second baseman Harsky his first time up, pops one up, and this one's sky high. Cox calls for it out in shallow center field and makes the catch for out number 3. So we will head now to the top half of the 5th inning, and Collinsville got a couple of those runs back, and now it's a 1-run ball game, and we'll be back to tell you all about the top of the 5th inning after we take a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience. Choose Lakeside. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville.
Bryce Limp will come in and take over the pitching for Chris Alcorn. And Alcorn will just take Bryce Limp's place out in center field. So Collinsville makes a little bit of a pitching change. And Bryce Limp will appear in his 9th game on the mound. He has 6 starts to his credit this year. He is 1-3, 28 2/3 of an innings pitched. He has a 2.93 earned run average, 33 strikeouts to go along with 19 walks for Bryce Limp. Collinsville scoring 2 runs in the bottom half of the 4th. It's a 1-run ball game, and they will face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters will Bryce Limp. That would be Grant Tebby, Connor Blue, and Ian Maxedon. Grant Tebby is 1 for 2 on the afternoon with a run scored. And we'll see what Bryce Limp can do on the mound. He did pitch 1 inning in that win Tuesday here. Got the save, his first save of the year. And the first pitch is a little bit too low, bounces in front of home plate. 1-0 to Grant Tebby, the O'Fallon shortstop.
Interesting to know how many pitches Limp is allowed to throw then, since he pitched an inning the other day.
High fly ball. Keaton Call is on the move, and in front of the warning track, he hauls it in for out number 1.
There you go.
That'll bring up Connor Blue, the pitcher. Having a pretty good day at the plate so far. He's 2 for 2 with a single, a double, a run scored, and a run batted in. That's not a bad day at the office.
Helping himself out. He's the pitcher.
And Limp ready to go, and that one's inside, ball 1.
No score yet in the softball game through 2 innings. They're also playing O'Fallon as the home team and O'Fallon.
Yeah. Both games got moved to O'Fallon's Parks because both of them have turf. Nice little backhand there, and a little bit too high of a throw. And leaving his feet was Adam Bovinet at first base. Tried to come down and apply the tag on Blue, but that didn't happen, and Collinsville commits error number 3 on the afternoon. This one's going to belong to Carter Harrington over at third base. Collinsville, 49 errors on the year. That averages out to about 1.8 per game.
Yeah, they've had a few games where they've had quite a number of errors and really have hurt themselves.
Here is Ian Maxedon, who has grounded out twice. Well, the last time was a bunt, and now a ball.
Spiked that one. It landed in the green of the turf. Didn't even make it to that darker part.
So a wild pitch. Alcorn had one wild pitch while he was out there, and now a wild pitch by Limp. We'll put a runner in scoring position for Maxedon, who grounded out to second and the pitcher in this game. And now we have time called at the plate by Maxedon. Kind of want to not get this runner home if you're Collinsville. Right into the glove of Harrington. Throws over to second base, but there wasn't anybody on the bag to cover because they were all in their position, so he wisely held on to it.
Yeah, when you snag it like that, you at least going to look the guy back, and nobody on base there, so nice way to get the second out.
Being down this low, you kind of get blocked out by some things, and I kind of got blocked out, couldn't really see that no one was on the bag until everybody kind of split off. So, 2 outs, and here is Camden Cox. Cox 0 for 2 on the afternoon with a strikeout and a ground out. He looks at one a little high. Off-speed pitch didn't quite drop for Bryce Limp there.
Definitely able to pick up on a few more things, though, being down this low.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely would never pick it up there in that booth that's above the O'Fallon dugout.
Yeah. Kind of a weird place for a press box. Swinging a high fly ball. That's going to be deep. Chris Alcorn going back. That one's off the base of the wall. And O'Fallon is going to score a big run with 2 outs in the inning. And that's going to end up being a triple for Camden Cox.
If that center field fence wasn't just a little higher out there in center field like it is, that would have been a home run.
Yep.
But the little higher fence that for the batter's eye cost him the home run, but legs out of the triple and brings in a run.
6th hit of the afternoon to go along with the 5 runs now on the board for O'Fallon. And now a runner 90 feet away once again for Keegan Sipe. And that one's a little outside. Sipe has singled and scored a run, did that in the 2nd inning. He walked in the 3rd inning and then was caught stealing. So 1-0 to the catcher for O'Fallon. This time he does go around, and that's called strike, so 1-1. And Collinsville would really like to strand that runner at third base. You know, they don't feel too good about giving up that run that came across to make it 5-3. That one's outside and low. Ball 2, 2-1. 2 outs in the inning, runner at third base. 5-3 in favor of O'Fallon. Limp stands on the mound, which is in the shade.
Stands way off to the side of the rubber, too.
Yeah. And the pitch. That's in there for a strike, 2-2.
All right, Bryce, go ahead and get him here and get the bats going again here for the Kahawks in the bottom of the 5th.
I like that plan. The Kettler plan sounds good to me. The lefty, Bryce Limp, he's ready to go to the lefty. Keegan Sipe, here's the pitch. Inside, ball 3, 3-2. Oh, got the runner kind of hung up, and a throw, and Harrington's going to come and try to tag him, but now he's going to toss it to Limp. Limp's going to tag him out, and that is the way that the inning comes to a close.
What's he doing?
I don't have any idea. So that play goes 2-5-1 for out number 3. I have no idea what that was all about, man. I really honestly couldn't tell you. But
heads-up job by the Kahawks.
Yeah.
To notice that and get the out and don't even have to get the batter out.
Yeah. So we head to the bottom half of the 5th on a strange ending to the top half of the 5th, and we are all about ready to tell you about the bottom half after we come back from a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahawk Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, 2 great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And, just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, 2 great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
Luke Robinson will lead things off here in the bottom half of the 5th inning for Collinsville. Kahawks trail by 2, 5-3. Blue is back out there for another inning of work, and Robinson, a strikeout victim his first time up, looks at one high and outside. It'll be Luke Robinson, Blaine Martinez, then back to the top of the order and Darren Pinnell. Blue brings another one home quickly. That one's in the dirt, so to speak.
got something in his eye.
Probably a piece of that turf.
Yeah, it has them little pellets. They could be bouncing all around, maybe flying.
Yeah. 2-0 the count. And this one inside, and that one misses as well. Robinson ahead in the count 3-0.
Some people like to say the umpires already can't see anyways.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Don't make it worse.
No. 3-0 pitch. High. Walked him on 4 straight. That is just the second walk issued by Connor Blue today to go along with 4 strikeouts.
Now batting for the Kahok shortstop, number 23, Blaine.
And Blaine Martinez, our pregame guest, will come to the plate. Martinez, and his only at bat, grounded out to his opposition, Grant Tebby at shortstop.
I feel like Kahok's want to play this and maybe move the runner over.
And the pitch is just a little bit high to Blaine Martinez. Luke Robinson on the year with 4 stolen bases. He's been caught once. And the pitch from Blue, and that one's outside. So that is 6 straight out of the strike zone, and that prompts Keegan Sipe to call a timeout and visit with his pitcher.
Yeah, some wildness to start the 5th for Blue.
Looks like they're going to get some action going down in the bullpen. You see that would be Alex Tame, or Tame, T-A-M-E. Go down and get ready to start warming up.
66 pitches for Blue, so he's probably not near his limit, so it's just the wildness that they're getting concerned about.
Yep. And Blaine Martinez swung through a high, hard one there. That was about chest high. 2-1 the count. Darren Pennell waits on deck. Luke Robinson with a leadoff walk over at first base. And he goes, and the throw down to second base is in time for the out.
Great throw by Sipe. Very on point, and Tebby gets the tag down to tag out Robinson. Pitch was a strike.
I don't blame Collinsville for trying to steal a bag, though, that's for sure. Down by 2. Tying run was at the plate. Now not so much. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swinging a high fly ball. This one's going to get out of play.
Yeah, you're only in the 5th inning right now. You could just set the inning up for at least 1 run.
Well, Collinsville is the home team here, so they will get to bat in the bottom of the 7th. And the pitch, a little curveball there that started off high and inside and then swept down low down the middle. Full count to Blaine Martinez. And the pitch, down low again. So back-to-back walks, but one of those has been erased on a caught stealing.
The aggressiveness bites Collinsville just a little bit.
Well, could have had runners on first and second with nobody out, but now a runner on first with 1 out, and up steps Darren Pennell, who is 0 for 2 on the afternoon with 2 flyouts. One was more like a line drive out. That was in the 3rd inning to Vanderhayden. And that pitch misses. And Blue looks a little frustrated out there.
Yeah, seems to have lost a little bit here. That pitch was started way outside, and Pennell had to almost jump out of the way.
That one's inside. That's a called strike, though. That'll even things out at 1-1. Blaine Martinez on over at first base. Does not have a stolen base on the year. Blue from the stretch will check on his runner anyway. Blue ready for a 1-1. Here it comes. That's a breaking ball that just misses. Low and inside, 2-1. 5-3. We're in the bottom of the 5th. O'Fallon has the 2-run lead. And Blue is ready, and the pitch to Pennell is a slow roller to the third baseman. He gobbles it up. His only throw is over to first, trying to stretch him all the way over to third base, and in there safely is Blaine Martinez with some heads-up base running.
That third baseman ended up way up off the bag there, and Martinez saw that. Nobody was covering third. He was able to get to third base here, but there's now 2 outs.
Yeah. So runner at third, 2 outs. Here is Chris Alcorn, who is 1 for 2 on the afternoon. He doubled in the first inning, but was left at second base. Swinging a shot down the third base side. That's going to score a run. Moving over is Twinhoffel to cut it off, and he will hold Chris Alcorn to a long single.
Floats out the other way there, hits the other way down the line, and brings in the run. Cut this back down to 1. Let's get that run back.
Boy, he scorched that one right off the end of the bat.
So prompt O'Fallon to want to talk about it here. They got a guy warming up. And Blues at 75 pitches. That was the 76th. They're going to stick with him.
Yep.
They'll face Harrington.
So Carter Harrington will come up to the plate. Flew out to the center fielder Camden Cox his first time up. Reached on an error and came around to score in that 2-run 4th inning. So far a run home here in the 5th. And Collinsville back to within 1 run. You got to wonder if Luke Robinson wasn't caught stealing second base, if Collinsville wouldn't have already tied this up.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to know what this inning would have looked like without
Yeah.
that caught stealing.
1-0 pitch from Blue to Harrington, swinging a high fly ball. This one's heading into foul territory, and just before the Kahok bullpen, Vanderhayden couldn't haul it in. Gave it everything he had, though, that's for sure.
Just couldn't quite stay fair enough. Would have been caught. Just out of play.
Cole McCluskey will trot down to the bullpen to collect that baseball.
Yeah, he's just collecting the ball. He's not going down there to warm up or anything.
Nope.
I don't think. So Limp, I guess, will come out for another inning.
Strike on the outside corner. That'll even the count at 1-1. Actually 1-2 after that long foul ball.
Keep the inning going here.
That's what Harrington is trying to do.
Ask for time.
Alcorn on over at first base after an RBI single. So Alcorn has a single and a double in this game. Blue, he works from the stretch again and brings it home. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Carter Harrington to end the inning. Collinsville does get 1 run back. 5th strikeout of the game for Connor Blue. And we will now head to the top of the 6th inning. Why? Because this thing just can't keep up with me here. Top of the 6th, computer. Thank you very much. We will take a timeout and come back and tell you all about the brand new inning right after this timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for good food, good times, and good people? Look no further than the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Just over the bridge from the Kahok Stadium, Bridge Inn features a friendly and courteous staff that serves up the coldest drinks and the best food in the Metro East. Lunch and dinner is available daily with a breakfast menu every Saturdays and Sunday morning. And don't forget about fantastic fish fry Fridays. Bridge Inn also features pool tournaments on most weekends and a gaming area for the over 21 crowd. Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Check them out at 519 North Main Street in Caseyville. Call for carryout orders at 618-344-3530. The best is yet to come at the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. 618-344-3530.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting CollinsvilleFoundation.com.
Keaton Sipe will lead things off here in the top of the 6th inning for O'Fallon against Bryce Limp. And Sipe has singled and walked in this game, scored a run after he singled in that single-run 2nd inning. And a strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike the count to the O'Fallon catcher, Keegan Sipe. Next one in there, 1 and 2. Sipe, Vanderhayden, and Twinhoffel will bat here in this inning. If anyone can get on, the number 9 man in the order, Zach Tebby, will bat. And strike 3 called. Down on strikes goes Sipe. And that is the first strikeout of this game for Bryce Limp in just his second inning of work. Drew Vanderhayden, he struck out his last time up. That was against Chris Alcorn. That was in the 4th inning. Back in the 2nd inning, Vanderhayden got O'Fallon on the board with an RBI double.
Spiked that one too, but it at least got to the batter's box that time. But thought Bryce might be able to get in a groove here. Gets a strikeout to start the inning.
And the next pitch, that one's well outside.
Came off the mound a little weird as he threw that one, and that caused the pitch to be way outside.
I don't know if I'd like pitching off of a AstroTurf mound.
Yeah, I always wonder about that.
There's a swing and a base hit. Right past the shortstop, Blaine Martinez. And Vanderhayden on base for the 2nd time here this afternoon. 7th base hit on the afternoon for O'Fallon. And with 1 out, O'Fallon has a runner at first base for Jack Twinhoffel, who has reached base on an error and struck out in this game. So now Limp works from the stretch. Checks on his runner, pitches. Swinging a foul ball down the third base side.
Pitcher continues to throw down there in the O'Fallon bullpen. We'll see if they'll stick with blue for the 6th.
The shadows from the covered grandstands here behind home plate starting to creep up toward home plate.
Yeah, that'll be interesting if it envelops all of the batter's box area.
Yeah, right now the shade is just now touching the ankles of the home plate umpire. Walker is still in the sunshine, as is the batter. Limp ready with a 1-1. Here it is, swinging a foul ball out of play. It was a nice visit with Blaine Martinez in the pregame chat, in the interview. Little brother wants to be a jockey. I don't know, man. Blaine Martinez is kind of tall. If his brother is going to be that tall, that's not going to work out in his favor.
I don't think he will be.
Yeah, you were telling me that off the air, that he's a little shorter than older brother.
Yeah, but the family's into the horse racings down there at Fairmount or FanDuel, whatever we call it nowadays.
Yeah. 1-2 pitch on the way, and a swing and a miss. Going golfing was Twinhoffel, and he is down on strike. 2nd strike out of the inning for Limp, and there are 2 away with that runner still down at first.
Walker had a hard time finding the ball, but he didn't need to. First base occupied.
Yep.
So strikeout sticks.
Here is Zach Tebby, 0 for 2 on the afternoon with a strikeout and a sacrifice bunt. Well, yeah, sacrifice bunt. So I guess officially 0 for 1. Don't count a sacrifice as an at-bat. You gave yourself up for the betterment of the team. And that one's outside. Just missed.
Yep. Just missed a bit. Walker tried to frame it, bring it back in, didn't get that call.
I don't know what that is. Here's Limp from the stretch, checks on his runner again, and he'll throw over there. And they got him hung up. Now they're going to call a balk.
They're going to call that a balk.
Yep. Limp doesn't agree with the call. Bovanet stands there with the ball in his hand looking at the umpire out in the field like he had a third eye.
No explanation given, so I guess Limp didn't have too much of a problem with it. He didn't question what he did wrong.
Well, that puts a runner in scoring position. And ahead in the count is Tebby at 1-0. So now Limp looks at that runner at second, brings it home, and that one's outside. Nice stop there by Walker. But Limp falls behind Tebby 2-0.
The way the shadows are from the trees they're kind of behind
they are
the
now.
mound, so it could almost be a weird situation where the mound will be in the shadows, the home plate will be in the shadows, but not between them.
Yeah.
Will be in the sunshine.
Pitch. Strike called. That was outside and a little high, but home plate umpire said that's a strike, so 2-1 the count. Limp has 2 strikeouts in the inning, would like to get another one here. Still needs to throw a couple more strikes, and a throw down to second base, and that was close, man. Darren Pinnell threw that tag onto the helmet of Vanderhayden.
Oh, Bryce wanted that one.
Yeah.
He came off the mound with some excitement, thought he had it.
I thought he did too for a moment. Limp, another 2-1 pitch on the way, and that one's in the dirt, and Walker had it bounce off of his chest protector, and then it bounced back onto the ground, and that was plenty of time for Vanderhayden to scoot down to third. So now a runner just 90 feet away. Collinsville only trails by 1. They sure would like to keep it that way.
Here with 2 outs.
Now Limp will go back to the windup. Or so I thought. And the 2-1 pitch. That's outside. He walked him. So Tebby is aboard for the first time. First walk issued by Limp after Alcorn issued a couple of free passes. And that puts runners on the corners. Good news is you have a force out at first or second base. So you have that much going for you. And now back to the top of the order in Dane Harsky. Harsky is 0 for 2 on the afternoon with a walk and a run scored. Limp trying to get this final out here and keep his team just 1 run down. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul ball back to the screen. Umpire letting Fallon dugout know he only has 1 ball left in his bag. The 0-1 pitch from Limp to Harsky instead of throw over to first. Got to be careful over there with Vanderhayden down the third baseline.
If it gets thrown away or down in the turf or something where it's hard to handle, maybe you might head for home.
There's the pitch by Limp. That one's on the outside corner for a called strike. 0-2.
Sweeping pitch. Really dropped in there and caught the corner.
1 more of those, and we can say goodbye to the top of the 6th. Walker looks into the dugout for the sign. He relays that to Limp. And the lefty Bryce Limp ready with an 0-2. And here it is. Swinging a shot down the first base line. That's going to be fair. And 1 run's going to score. It bounces around there in the corner after Keaton Call tried to slide into the ball. He ended up knocking it into that corner. And both runners come around to score with 2 outs, and that's got to hurt.
Call tried to smother it and just ended up knocking it farther away. Allowed it to go down that corner, and 1 run became 2.
Yep. It'll still go down as a 2 RBI triple for Harsky.
7-4 O'Fallon.
Collinsville did not need that to happen. And that brings up Grant Tebby. And Tebby looks at 1 low. Walker does a nice job keeping it right down there by his feet, and that'll keep Harsky over at third. And a high foul ball out of play. Seven to 4 now in favor of O'Fallon. Collinsville only has 2 more at bats left. Bottom of the 6th, bottom of the 7th. And those 2 runs hurt, especially coming with 2 outs. Here's a fly ball that is going to go foul, and a diving try down there by Keaton Call. Almost got there.
Heck of a place to be diving for the ball right there on that.
Yeah, on the gravel.
Gravel that surrounds the foul lines there where the turf ends and all the way back out to the fence.
Right in front of the Kahawks bullpen area. So it's a long strike, 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Limp trying to get out of this inning with no further damage done. Runner at third base. Here's the pitch. Swinging a bouncer off the glove of Martinez, trying to backhand it. And that's going to score another run.
Well, he's over there on the edge of that grass there. And maybe the sun in his eyes, maybe all that played a part in it there. And Martinez ain't able to get that one in the air. Will keep the inning going.
4th error on the afternoon by the Kahawks.
Now McCluskey will go down there and start warming up. As the inning continues to get long here for
sure does.
Limp.
And a high pitch to Connor Blue, who is still pitching for O'Fallon. Limp having a long inning himself here. Here's the pitch. That one's in there for a called strike. 1-1. 3rd inning was a long inning defensively for Collinsville, and the 6th inning has turned into the same thing.
The 3rd and the 6th were long defensive innings for Collinsville, and O'Fallon has put some runs across.
Yeah. 3 runs in each inning, and this inning's still going alive, and that ball gets away from Balvanette, and down to second base will go Tebby. And I don't know, is that on Balvanette?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
5th inning, 5th error in this game for Collinsville.
Like I said, you said they were averaging nearly 2 a game, which is a pretty good number in itself, but they've had lots of games where there's been more.
Limp steps off.
Just hurting yourself.
8-4 in favor of O'Fallon. And the pitch. That one's outside the blue. 2-1. Connor Blue at the plate. Runner at second base, 2 away. 3 runs home. All of them have scored with 2 outs. Bryce Limp was 1 strike away from getting out of this inning with no runs scored, and that did not happen. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball out of play. Wind has picked back up just a little bit here. Limp ready to go with a 2-2 pitch. 2 outs, runner at second base. Limp stares at that runner at second for a while and now brings one home. Swing and a miss at a high, hard one. And down on strikes goes Connor Blue to end the inning. But in the inning, 3 more runs come across the score. And Collinsville now has their work cut out for them as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Collinsville coming to the plate, seeing what they can do here. And we'll be back to tell you all about it in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Uptown Collinsville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs, you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers and sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest beer in town. Plus, they have an in-house DJ on Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in and catch a game or order carry out with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 118 East Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-223-1948. Are you in need of a new mailbox to go with your new home? How about a new mailbox to replace your old one? Look no further than Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. From economy to custom, Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can create a mailbox that suits your needs. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes is licensed and insured. They use only high-quality materials and offer a satisfaction guarantee policy. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can also make your very own axe throwing set, hanging or standing. Whether you need that axe throwing set or a new mailbox, you need Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. For more information, get a hold of Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes at 618-680-0208 or online at needanewmailbox.com.
Adam Balvanat will lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and he'll look at a brand new pitcher as Michael Barker takes the mound. Barker on the year, appearing in his 9th game. He started 4 of them. He's 0-4, though, with 19 2/3 of an innings pitched and a 5.34 earned run average, 17 strikeouts, and 8 walks for the young pitcher. It'll be Balvanat, Bagwell, and Keaton Call here in this inning. Big, tall right-hander out there on the mound. That kid's got legs for days, man. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Adam Balvanat. Balvanat 0 for 2 on the afternoon with a strikeout and a ground out. Collinsville trailing by 4. They need some base runners if they want to have a chance. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul ball that goes back to the O'Fallon dugout. Two and two. Pitch in the dirt, so to speak.
Okay, I've got some work to do here.
I find myself saying that a lot, so to speak, in the dirt.
Because it's turf.
Yeah. 3-2 pitch is ball 4. And you got to have some base runners to have a chance. And Balvanat does just that. Coaxes a walk out of the new pitcher, Michael Barker.
I think they're going to use a pinch runner here for Balvanat, and Kraus will come in to run. So he'll officially be substituting Balvanat. He was also being courtesy runner for Alcorn earlier.
So Kraus will run the bases again. And Ethan Bagwell up to the plate. Bagwell has struck out, walked, and scored. And Barker from the stretch floats one in there for a called strike. That froze Bagwell.
Yeah, wasn't expecting that one.
Kraus has the lead from first. Barker checks on him once before he went into his windup, and here's the pitch, and a swing and a bouncing ball to the third baseman, over to second for one, and in time, double play for O'Fallon.
Great turning on the double play there by O'Fallon. Did a good job defensively. Was able to work through that turf bounce it's going to take, and a good turn there at second base to get Bagwell on the throw.
So we went from nobody out to 2 outs real quick. Here is Keaton Call. Keaton Call's had a pretty good game. Double home run. Obviously an RBI and a run scored with that home run. Double netted him 2 more RBIs, so 3 runs batted in on the day for the Collinsville right fielder. Swinging a shot. Be careful over there. That was almost right into the door leading into the Kahok dugout.
And now the way the shadows are, looks like left-handed batters will be in the shadows, but right-handed batters won't be right now.
Yeah, wind picks up a little bit more. That one floats in there, but stays a little bit too far inside. 3-1 the count to Keaton Call. Bryce Limp waits on deck. Call, big tall lefty, waits for the pitch from the big tall righty.
Hit him.
That one, yeah, I think so. I think it hit the umpire actually. At any rate, Call's down to first base. So Blue walked 3 while he was in there, and Barker has already walked 2. So the Kahawks have a runner at first base again, but they need a lot more than that. They trail by 4. Everybody taking their time as that ball did hit the umpire in the ankle, so he's walking it off.
They're buying the umpire some time. Coach comes up.
Bryce Limp will come to the plate. 0 for 2 on the afternoon with a ground out and a fly out. Has a runner at first base, 2 outs. Bryce Limp. This would be a good time for his first home run of the year. That pitch stays high around the eyes. Ball 1. Keaton Call down at first base. Has one stolen base on the year, and that one's foul. That was a good idea, though. Down the first base side.
Trying to turn on one there and drive it down the line. It is getting a little more breezy.
Yeah. Heard that coming across the microphone here just a little bit ago. Limp waggles that bat from the left side. Waits the 1-1 pitch. Here it is, and that one's in there for a called strike.
Softball game looks like Bailey Demick just hit a 2-run home run to tie that game at 3 in the bottom of the 5th.
Nice.
Watching it here in the game changer.
Nice, nice, nice.
3-3 in the bottom of the 5th after the home run.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Bryce Limp. And the pitch, swinging a foul back to the screen. That was real close to the camera.
That's the second one to knock down my phone.
What, do you have your phone hanging on the fence? Or just leaning up against it?
Yeah. Propped up.
I got a pole over here I have mine propped up against. And a pitch, a swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Bryce Limp. And that'll put a close to the inning. So Collinsville strands another runner. That's the 3rd runner that the Kahawks have stranded on base. Couple of walks didn't amount to much. Double play erased one of those walks. And we will now head to the top of the 7th inning. And O'Fallon leads by a score of 8-4. And we're back to tell you all about the 7th inning right after we take a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network. Looking for a new place to catch the game with cold drinks and great food? Look no further than 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville. 1101 Bar and Grill features pizza, burgers, wraps, and salads, plus 7 large screen TVs to catch the latest Kahawk games and all the pro sports across the spectrum, plus all the college football and basketball you can handle. 1101 Bar and Grill in Caseyville, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. Call 1101 Bar and Grill for carryout orders at 618-223-1332. No one likes a dirty house. It's work that almost no one wants to do. Why not get someone to do that work for you? Kara Gray with Rags to Riches Cleaning Service would love to take that task off your to-do list. Kara is a homegrown Collinsville High School graduate and the owner of Rags to Riches. From floors to ceilings, from baseboards to light fixtures, Rags to Riches can clean them all. No job is too big or too small. Call Kara Gray at Rags to Riches Cleaning Service to schedule a free estimate today at 618-979-9634 or visit Rags to Riches Cleaning Service on Facebook. All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number 1 on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200. A little bit of a long commercial break there. All kinds of changes going on for Collinsville. I needed some time to fill out my score sheet here. 1-1 is the count to Ian Maxedon, who leads off this inning. Maxedon and Cox, the only two not to get to the plate in the top half of the sixth. There's a high fly ball. Darren Pinnell, who's playing third base now in foul territory, makes the catch. And there is a one away. So Darren Pinnell is now at third base. Jace Madura comes in to play second base. Bryce Limp is back out in center field. Chris Alcorn moves over to take Keaton Call's place in right field. Keaton Call comes in to take the place of Adam Bovanette at first base. Jake Carey is now behind the plate. And Carter Harrington is on the mound, where he will face now Camden Cox as that ball goes back to the screen. Carter Harrington appearing in his sixth game. He is 0-1, just 5 innings pitched this year, 5.60 earned run average. And Harrington has 6 strikeouts and 7 walks on the year. Cox, he tripled his last time up, knocked in a run with a ground out back in the third as well. That was after a strikeout in the second. And then Cox got thrown out. 2-5-1 was the put out. I don't know what he was thinking when he was coming down the third baseline with a couple of outs. But Collinsville got him out and ended that inning that way. 2-0 the count to Cox, and a swing and a chance for the shortstop. Blaine Martinez, one of the only 2 guys that are still out there from the original starting 9 in the outfield. The other one is Luke Robinson out in left field. And there are 2 away.
Oh, Harrington making quick work of it. I don't even know if he got any warm-ups down there. I think he just, it's only warm-ups was between innings here.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to take an extra long commercial break, because I had too many things to write down, and I thought they were going to give him more time to warm up. Here is Keegan Sipe, the catcher. Sipe led off the last inning with a strikeout, and then a bunch of runs came to score after that with 2 outs. Sipe on the afternoon singled and scored back in the second, walked and was caught stealing in the third, and then struck out to lead off the sixth. Got caught looking at a called third strike from Bryce Limp. 1-1 after that one misses. Collinsville, one more chance to get back into this thing in the 7th inning, and they will have the 8, 9, and 1 hitters to try and get things going here. First, got to get this final out. 1-1 pitch from Harrington on the way. Just misses low. 2-1. Ready with the next is Harrington. And outside, swung and a miss. Swing and a miss. I was going to say he swung at it and missed, but then I got caught up in between sentences there. Swung and a miss. That's some great English.
So we now got the pitcher in the shadows and the batter in the shadows,
yeah,
but the sunshine in between them.
The batter in the shadows is right around the waistline. That one's outside and low. So the top half of the batter still kind of in the sun. Catcher is no longer in the sun, neither is the umpire except for the top of his head. Or from about shoulder up. 3-2 the count to Sipe. Harrington ready to go. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. A 1-2-3 inning for Carter Harrington.
That's what the Canucks needed.
That's exactly what they needed. What they need now is a lot of base runners. Collinsville trails by 4 as they head to the bottom of the 7th inning, and we're back to tell you all about the bottom of the 7th inning after we take a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a more upscale place to have a few drinks and some great food? Look no further than the Speakeasy Parlor in Maryville. Come inside for some one-of-a-kind crafted cocktails and some elevated bar food that highlights fresh ingredients. Then, try your luck in the private slot machine room. And don't forget to check out the Speakeasy sister company, Plan Shop Live, just 3 doors down. Plan Shop Live is a health-focused lunch cafe open Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 3. Speakeasy Parlor, 2713 North Center Street in Maryville. Open 7 days a week with happy hour specials during the week from 5 to 7 p.m. Speakeasy Parlor in Maryville, 618-205-3540.
Welcome back to Blazer Field here in O'Fallon. Todd Duke is my name. Chris Kettler on the other headset. Bottom of the 7th inning. And Collinsville will bring up the 8, 9, and 1 hitters to face Michael Baker in his 2nd inning of work. It'll be Luke Robinson and Blaine Martinez, the only 2 guys still playing their original defensive positions. And then back at the top of the order to Darren Pinnell, who moved over from 2nd base to 3rd base in the last half inning. Robinson on the afternoon, 0 for 1, a strikeout and a walk, but he was caught stealing after the walk back in the 5th. So the Canucks need some base runners to have a chance here. They trail by 4. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. Robinson bats from the left side, and he looks at one outside from the tall righty, Michael Baker. They have heights and weights on this thing. What is he? 6'4", 180 pounds. Swinging a fly ball. That's going to go foul into the Kahok bullpen.
Straighten that one out a little bit.
Connor Blue, by the way, 6'2", 205. I knew he would look big out there. Oh, and 2 the count to Mr. Robinson. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Robinson.
My fastball couldn't lay off it.
Blaine Martinez, 0 for 1 as well with a walk and a run scored. Rounded out to the shortstop, Grant Tebby. His first time up. Tebby now stands in the shade over there at shortstop as well. Martinez swings and misses at the first offering from Baker. So the Canucks are down to their final 2 outs. Darren Pinnell waits on deck. One of these 2 guys needs to get on to extend this inning.
Lots of runners here.
Yep, need lots of them. Swinging a shot down the 3rd base side. That's fair. There's the first runner. And that means that Darren Pinnell will come up with a runner on first base. And the 5th base hit of the afternoon for Collinsville.
Well, we'll start with the 1. Just try to keep the line moving here. And
that's all you can do. Pinnell is 0 for 3, so he's due. 2 flyouts and a ground out. Baker pitches. Breaking ball in there for a strike. That ball started off high and kept sinking as it came. You do get a lot better look at the pitches when you're this close.
Oh, yeah. I can tell them all from down here.
Yeah. Foul tip off the bat of Pinnell, and he's in an 0-2 hole. Chris Alcorn waits on deck. Came to soft toss that one back to the umpire. And Pinnell awaits the 0-2 from Baker. Here it comes. High, ball 1, excuse me, 1 and 2. Runner on first. 1 away. Canucks need more base runners. Pinnell. Oh, got that one called strike on the inside corner. He didn't like it. He tried to get out of the way thinking it was going to hit him.
Yeah, darn near hit him.
And he was kind of shocked at that call. I'm kind of shocked at it myself. Yeah.
If he leans in slightly, that's going to hit him.
So 2 away. Canucks are down to their final out. And it's all up to Chris Alcorn to keep things going here. Alcorn has a single and a double in this game. In between those 2 hits, a fly out to Jack Twinhoffel out in left field. Nice stop there by the catcher, Sipe, and
Martinez goes.
Yeah, Sipe wasn't really worried about him because that run means nothing.
Yeah, O'Fallon's not worried about that one. When the Canucks are going to need to get some hits for it to matter.
Now time is called. Pitcher and catcher want to talk things over. I don't know if you call that catcher's indifference or a stolen base. It appeared that Sipe was going to have a hard time coming up with it and throwing him out anyway. Once he got a hold of the ball, he realized that he didn't have a chance, so he just
give him a stolen
let
base.
him go. Yeah, might as well. Pitch to Alcorn on the way, and that one just missed on the inside portion of the plate. Collinsville's first stolen base of the afternoon. Got caught stealing. Luke Robinson did earlier in the game. And the 2-0 pitch to Alcorn, swinging a high fly ball to center field. That's going to send Cox back, and he makes the catch at the warning track. And that is how the game comes to a close. O'Fallon holds on to win this thing by a final score of 8-4. Time for the post-game show, brought to you this afternoon by LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food, great drinks are served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville. 605 North Main Street is where you'll find them. You can give them a call for carry-out orders. It is almost dinner time for some, past dinner time for others, but if you're still hungry, hey, you can give LC's Pub a call. 618-855-9007. Well, Collinsville got close a couple of times, but could not get any closer than a one-run lead by O'Fallon on a couple of different occasions. So the game comes to a close. O'Fallon wins it by a final of 8-4, getting a little revenge against Collinsville for the loss earlier here on Tuesday. Time for the postgame show. The LC's Pub postgame show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
We love to have you come work for the city of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal jobs to full-time opportunities in many of our departments. From police and fire to Gateway Center, Parks and Recreation, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like comprehensive medical plans, paid time off, tuition reimbursement, and more. Visit the city's website, collinsvilleil.org, to apply and learn more about working for the city of Collinsville.
Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pit master. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning sauces and rubs that supports our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time world champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com or call 618-855-8855. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Regg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Regg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahok Sports Network, as well as the Kahok Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Regg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Collinsville, located at 1008 Vandalia Street, or call Jason Regg at 618-223-5215 or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
And we welcome you back into the LC's Pub post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville loses this one here this afternoon, 8-4 to the O'Fallon Panthers. O'Fallon gets a little revenge for the 3-0 loss at the hands of Collinsville here on this field on Tuesday. This game was supposed to be played at Collinsville, but with all the rain, Fletcher Field was in no condition to host a baseball game, so we moved this one out here today, and the Kahawks just couldn't get things going. Each team scored a run in the second. O'Fallon put up 3 in the third inning. Collinsville got 2 of those back in the bottom of the fourth inning and made it a 1-run game. Each team then again scored in the fifth inning, and then the sixth inning, 3 runs scored on 2 outs in that sixth inning, and that's what really did the Kahawks in, even though they couldn't get anything going in the bottom of the sixth or the bottom of the seventh. O'Fallon, 8 runs on 8 hits. They committed a couple errors, left 5 base runners on. Collinsville, 4 runs on 5 hits. Kahawks committed 5 errors in this game, and they left 3 base runners on. We still don't really know exactly what we're going to do tomorrow. We're scheduled to go to Alton for a softball game, but if the field is unplayable, then we are going to go to Roxana for another baseball game. So I'm not sure if I'm going to post anything early in the morning to let you know we're doing an Alton game. Unless I find out that it's definitely canceled, then I'll go ahead and let everybody know that we're doing a baseball game. So things are still kind of up in the air for tomorrow. Big thank you to Blaine Martinez joining us in the pregame interview. A big thank you to Chris Keller, who joined us on the other headset. My name is Todd Duke, and until tomorrow, sometime, somewhere, we will talk then. Everyone enjoy the rest of your Thursday.